My wife spent 4 months slowly poisoning me, then called her boyfriend while I lay on the floor and asked, was the dose enough? A week later, she was in handcuffs at our dinner table. That was when I learned the difference between someone loving you and someone studying how to kill you. Every night after dinner, the same thing happened. The room tilted, my vision blurred, my legs went weak. I saw doctors, and every test came back clean. My wife kept saying, you're just stressed. I almost believed her. Then I saw a text on her phone from a guy saved as Jay. Is it working yet? That snapped everything into focus. The way she watched me eat, the way she pushed me toward food she made, the way she asked how I was feeling like she was checking progress. So I tested it. One night, she made lasagna. I pretended to eat it, hid most of it in a bag, and waited. Nothing happened. No dizziness, no headache, no weakness. I sat there next to her, acting normal, while my stomach dropped through the floor. The next night, I needed proof. She made chicken parmesan. I faked a few bites, hid the rest, then stumbled into the living room and dropped to the floor, face down, eyes closed, breathing shallow. I stayed still. For a few seconds, nothing happened. Then she ran over. No scream, no panic, no 911, just the sound of her unlocking her phone. Then she whispered, he's down. Was the dose enough? I gave him the full amount tonight. When do I get paid? A man answered through the speaker, calm, casual. Give it another week. His life insurance doubles for accidental death. We split it 50-50. I bit the inside of my cheek and stayed limp. Then she laughed. He's so trusting, she said. He never questions anything I cook. I lay there while my wife and her boyfriend planned my death, my payout, and their escape. Then she went back into the kitchen and started humming while she washed dishes. The second she went upstairs, I called my brother. He was a homicide detective. I told him everything. He went quiet for a beat, then said, don't eat another real bite. Don't let her know you know. I'm coming tomorrow. The next few days were insane. I kept pretending to get weaker. I dumped food into napkins and bags whenever I could. At night, I got into her phone. There were hundreds of texts, an affair, messages about dosage, timing, and my insurance. One line said it plain, $800,000 and we start over. My brother had the food tested. Antifreeze, small doses, slow enough to wreck my kidneys and make it look natural. He found the boyfriend too, so we ended it where she thought she looked best, in front of family, playing perfect wife. She invited both sets of parents over for dinner that Friday. Candles, her best roast. She smiled all night. She touched my shoulder. She refilled my water. She looked proud of herself. Then I stood up. I held the table for balance, just like she expected. And I said, before we eat, I want to thank my wife for taking such incredible care of me. She smiled wider. My mom started tearing up. Then I hit play. Her voice filled the room. He's down. Was the dose enough? Silence. Then the boyfriend's voice. His life insurance doubles for accidental death. My wife's face changed. First the smile dropped. Then the color drained. Then she lunged for my phone. My brother moved faster. He grabbed her wrist. He shoved her back into the chair. Then he pulled out his badge and said, you're under arrest for attempted murder. She started crying instantly. Please, this isn't what it sounds like. I slid the lab report across the table. Then I said, it's exactly what it sounds like. You've been poisoning me for 4 months. Her mother started sobbing. Her father just stared at her like she was a stranger. She looked at me and said, we needed the money. That was the ugliest part. We had a house, savings, good jobs. She wasn't desperate. She was greedy. Leaving me would have been easy. Killing me just paid better. Her boyfriend got arrested that same night while packing for the trip they planned to take after I was dead. They both took plea deals. What stayed with me wasn't even the handcuffs. It was the act, the soft voice, the little, are you okay? While she waited for the poison to work. I sold the house. I got better. Years later, I built a real life with someone honest, and I learned how different love feels when it isn't fake. The last time I saw my ex, she cried and said, I loved you. I told her, no, you loved what I was worth dead. Then I walked out. She stayed in prison. I went home. She tried to kill me for money. She failed. I'm still here.